In this video, we are going to be exploring Detroit's Christmas market and Greenfield Village, which is an open-air museum, but they have a special Christmas event, so we're gonna go explore that and see how America fares compared to Europe. Hello from Michigan!
Hello! With no snow.
It's actually a lot warmer for this time of year, which is nice and disappointing at the same time because we're probably not going to get snow for
and
Christmas.
a wee bit concerning, but that's a different conversation.
We're here in her hometown visiting her family for Christmas.
We're about to go to a place called Greenfield Village, but we're going to go to their special Christmas nights where everything's really festive and kind of as if you walked back in time too. It's one of my favorite places here. One of my favorite places that I went to when I was growing up.
It's not just for Christmas, but for Christmas they transform it.
Hopefully find some old wine. Maybe we'll even see Santa.
Look for this! It could be a lot more.
There's even a glass blowing place. I think they're doing like a live demonstration too, so let's go see.
Depending on the thickness of the glass, our glass blowers only have around 45 seconds of work time before it needs to go back into our reheating chamber.
There's some food trucks, so maybe we'll be trying some food here.
Yeah, I hope so, because I'm very hungry.
Hopefully there's more food trucks on this.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, because they have like proper food, like indoors. Seems like there's like proper food places. This is just like a few random trucks.
Oh, okay, that's cool, that's good.
Thank God.
In 1908, the automotive world witnessed the debut of the Model T, a vehicle that would redefine transportation. Crafted by Henry Ford, this automobile was envisioned to be affordable, straightforward to operate, and built to last. Thanks to the innovative assembly line at the Highland Park plant, Ford realized his dream of creating a car for everyone. Remarkably, this pioneering approach enabled the Model T to be priced between $260 and $850, an achievement that remains impressive even by today's standards. When we adjust for inflation to 2023, the Model T's initial cost equates to approximately $6,454, while the higher-end option of $850 would be rounded to roughly $27,000.
When you said there's a Model T ride, I didn't expect to be like
A proper car.
hundreds of them like going around like we're in an actual like city.
Yeah.
I expected the car, but
That's why it's
very
called
cool.
Greenfield Village.
Oh, some stamps that we should go
Hot
check out.
Holiday favorites including our famous roast beef or ham sandwiches, seasonal stew, roasted chestnuts, and other things. So I want to find that.
Oh, are they like historical foods?
Yeah, I think they try and make it more like how it would have been, like what people would have eaten in the winter in those days. So this is a village where they have reenactments and like everything tries to be like accurate to what it would have been like back in the day. And so right behind me is the Wright brothers' house and workshop. It invented the first airplane. And right over here is Thomas Edison's original laboratory, which is really cool. So this is the Greenfield Village Tintype Studio, where you can kind of learn a bit more about the tintype photos, where if you look at old pictures, it's when everyone's kind of a bit more lavish, dressed up, maybe a bit of like a smug expression on their face, because it was considered an event to go to the Tintype Studio and get your photo taken.
And we figured, let's take one for ourselves.
If you want to come and you want to come to the Henry Ford Museum, you can actually see the chair where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Yeah, I remember the first, like as a kid, you don't really realize it. I remember going as an adult and seeing and thinking, wait, that's like really big. Now we're in like the cafeteria area where they do like kind of old-fashioned traditional foods, so like stews.
We have sat down, seems like a very popular place, and coming from Europe where you have glögg wine, blue wine, or mulled wine, they don't have it here, so that was interesting, but what they have is cider with some local whiskey, so let's see how this is. I'm gonna open it so we can see inside. It smells really good. It's like a hot toddy, probably, right? It's exactly what you'd expect.
We got a few different things, but I'm gonna start with a thing called hobo bread. It's pretty much like a really rustic bread with nuts and raisins. And interestingly enough, I think it has the shape because it's baked in a can. So that really shows how they were resourceful. It's like a dessert, and I just want to slap butter on it.
It tastes like a cookie. Oh, it's really nice.
It is really nice. It's some beef stew. It's like a traditional stew with meat and vegetables, potato. It's actually really hot, which is nice. It's really nice. It tastes very homemade.
So we got the chicken dumpling, which I'm very happy that it has all this goody cheesiness going on here. Let's see how this is. It smells good. Everyone else around me seems to love it. It literally tastes very traditional and old-fashioned. The dumplings are a little overcooked, but the flavor is really, really good. And then we got some mac and cheese, which they probably didn't have back in the day, but it looked really good, so.
We do have an organist playing for us tonight. Hi. So come on in.
So this is how churches looked back in the 1800s.
There's actually an organist playing in there.
Wow.
With a sleigh full of toys and a St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof.
This is the old schoolhouse, which I'm surprised they have it open because it's usually for these events they only have more festive things.
Because we tend to have our big celebration around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and no extras time in the 1830s. The big celebration was New Year's.
Didn't realize that the Webster Dictionary, its roots are so far back in time.
Now we know.
Now we know. We found Santa. There he is.
Santa is on the night here. Great job.
This home is actually an ancestral home from my family, which is really cool. And my dad was kind of telling us about some secret passageways, which let's go, maybe we'll be able to find it.
Olivia's family from her dad's side, their history in the United States is from the very, very beginning of the United States, before the United States was even a United States.
Yeah.
Did you folks just decorate with a home here?
To start out with, you had to have what is called the cacao pod. And we're going to have cocoa nibs. I'm going to take those nibs, I'm going to put them on our mop. After we put in the form, we're going to let it sit. So we made this is one.
We're about to go hear some like traditional like music from the revolutionary times. I really love it.
Right behind me is the oldest surviving windmill in America. So we came here thinking this was very Christmas themed because in the past when Olivia came, it was a lot more Christmas themed, but I think this year they're going more for like the New Year's Eve vibe and more like historically accurate because back in the day, the religion was not celebrating Christmas. It was, what was the
Segregationist.
On the count of three, yell, Light up the sky, Rudolph. 2, 3. Light up the sky, Rudolph.
Very lovely. Wish it was a little more festive, like I remember it being, but I love how it's sort of like you just stepped back in time. And if you know me by now, I love feeling like I stepped back in time.
I guess this was more authentic, right?
Yeah, and for your one-time visiting, it's cool because you get more of an experience.
Yeah, and during the day, I think would be so cool because you could see more. And apparently, we didn't go through half of it.
Yeah, there's so much.
So
it's a nice place. Some people come in like the summer, just for like a nice walk.
yeah. Now we're gonna go find some more festive stuff. Not tonight because it's late, but tomorrow we're gonna go explore the city of Detroit and see what else Christmas spirit we can bring to you.
We're in Detroit!
For the last 2 years, we've gone to European markets, so we figured since we're in the United States for the holidays, let's check out the Detroit Christmas market and compare it to Europe. So far, what we've seen, Europe is a lot more festive.
A lot more festive. In like a classic way.
Yeah, I'm actually quite shocked because when we lived here, I remember things being more festive, so I don't know if things have changed.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't know much about the market, so we're just gonna go explore and see what happens. There's an ice rink, hopefully some good food, and hopefully some
Interesting stuff.
yeah. Cadillac Square, how fitting for Detroit.
I have a feeling if we came later in the day, tomorrow, it would be really busy.
For Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the light.
So we were about to go into the food hall and try some food.
If you come, can you please cover up our camera?
And they asked us to cover up the camera because we can't film in there.
Oh, well, that was kind of what we were gonna go do.
Well, you know what? That's okay because I was hoping we can have some Shake Shack since I've missed it. That makes the decision a lot easier. So we're just gonna walk around, see the shops and all the other stuff, and then go from there. Cool, there's some like free activities.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, we can go shoot a putt putt. So you buy the marshmallows and you roast them.
And you roast them, yeah. And I do feel like, okay, in Europe, you have all these really old traditions with Christmas, and that's kind of like the heart of all the markets and the festivities, whereas in America, you have it, like we kind of saw last night, but there isn't much American Christmas tradition, you know? So there's not much to base it from.
For Christmas.
I'm not gonna go inside now. We're gonna warm it up.
Oh, I need to hold on. Hold on here.
Are you ready?
Oh, I feel free.
It's fun. I've never seen swings like this. You know, this is more like a fun playground for kids rather than like Christmas stuff, because there's nothing like Christmassy about this. It has a lot of potential and it's really cute. My turn.
Please watch the camera.
Oh, okay, Olivia.
Are we too big for the seesaw? Probably.
You're never too big for the seesaw.
I mean, if we're too big, it won't even move.
Let's go show her that you can, no matter what age you are, you can still do the seesaw. Oh wow!
It feels way higher than it is.
Yeah, that's so fun. I haven't done this in years. All right. I don't think I've ever done this before. Oh boy. Is my butt wet?
Yeah.
It was really wet. I can't believe it's raining. It would have been so cool if it was snowing. First it was like very exhilarating in the first part, and then it was just like, oh, okay. I didn't even realize it wasn't snow. It's just like a plastic. Let's go find other activities. little fun fact, I played ice hockey in college, like a club. You want green? Mm-hmm. Let's start with number 1 because like it's gonna get easier. It's easier at first. It told us we can start wherever we want. But so basically the goal is to get this puck over there in that little thing with the least amount of moves. So technically you're supposed to count your moves. You ready to lose, Olivia? Okay, so I gotta angle it probably. Almost. 3.
I just got really nervous, so I did it. That's what I do.
See me actually doing less moves than me if he aims this right. That count? Oh, 4.
That doesn't count.
No. 5. All right, we'll go through the circuit and we'll see you when we're done.
I only wanna be close to you.
Kind of cool how the Christmas tree is on top of a water fountain. Yeah. Okay, impressions. So we were basically done with the market within. Okay, Detroit is a pretty big city.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's in the state of Michigan. It's most populated metropolitan area. I had way higher expectations.
Yeah.
It was fun, like don't get me wrong. But
we enjoyed ourselves.
If it wasn't for Christmas, I would rate this a lot higher.
Yeah.
But it was just like a fun place to be.
Yeah, again, not much.
And very short too, like nothing really.
Festive.
The booths in Europe, way better.
Yeah.
More variety, more stuff.
Very authentic.
Here it was a bit sad.
Underwhelming.
And very expensive.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I did enjoy the activities and they were
we had
free.
fun.
And that was fun.
Yeah, I liked that it was free.
But Europe wins this one, guys. I never thought I'd say that. Because in the past it was so.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go grab some food. We're walking around a little more, see if we can find more festive stuff. But
I don't think
as you can see, like there's not even that many lights. Oh, there's some lights right there.
What are we getting? Regular.
No.
Cheese.
Of course. What is going on with this girl? We always get cheese fries at Shake Shack.
Oh, I forgot.
This is one of my favorite fast food places, and unfortunately the only other place in Europe that has it is in England. Of course, one of our first days here, we had to come to Shake Shack. Shake Shack has these like special buns, so they're made out of like potato, and the flavor is just so good. Their meat is really good and it's supposed to be like from the better quality of fast food. And yeah, it has this like red peppers that they don't look cooked. Usually they were cooked. Let's see, is it as good as we remember it? It's good, but it's not the wow that I remember it had. And I don't know if it's, we live in Europe, so we're spoiled by the quality of food. Or just maybe this batch wasn't that good as usually. And we got some cheese fries. They're melted cheese. Shake Shack is so good. It's probably not that real, but this is as good as I remember. Oh, I guess that was it.
That's it for today, folks.
What we're going to do is see if we're gonna drive around a little more in more of like the suburbs and see if we can find other markets. But I just don't think in America you have Christmas markets, because even in Chicago, I remember having the Christkindl market, which was like a German kind of market, and it was like in a little space like this again. Yeah, I just don't really think that it's a thing, but I think what disappointed us more is the lack of decorations, and I don't know if it's because electricity has become more expensive, so people and companies are trying to save money by not putting lights on. But honestly, I've seen way more Christmas lights in Greece.
I know, I was thinking about that yesterday.
More Christmas decorations, which like Mediterranean countries usually don't do Christmas as good as
like Northern Europe, Central
Europe, and even America. Disclaimer, this is just for what we've experienced here. Maybe there's some other places where in America where they are doing Christmas right, and even last night when we were at the
Greenfield Village.
Yeah, that was so much fun. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, but we thought it was going to be a bit more Christmassy, so that's a little more of a history lesson for you rather than a Christmas event.
Yeah.
Which was really cool, and I would love to go back there in the summer.
It's really fun.
We didn't get to even explore all of it.
Yeah, and like when you go like in the summer too, you have more time to like go in the houses and more of like the museums. Oh.
So right now we're staring into Canada. It's really cool how Detroit, you can literally just like walk across the bridge and go to Canada. Maybe we'll make a video about it. As always, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you being here. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you there.